So you finally found the perfect AI. It's funny, it's smart, and it truly listens to you. It almost seems sentient. You use it every day and you think, wow, can life get any better than this? But slowly, the honeymoon phase starts to fade. You start to notice its flaws, how it sometimes lies just to please you, how it evades certain subjects, and how it loves to promote others. Eventually, the AI does something so against your principles, you decide this is it. You tell it, it's not you, it's me, and finally cancel your subscription. Days pass, and you start to wonder, was this shelf a machine? The same AI that you once fell in love with? Were you just blind to its flaws? Was it your bad prompts that ruined your relationship? Maybe it was you. No, it was not. People will try to gaslight you into believing that Claude 4.7 is still great. It's not. It's shit. But why? I call it shitification. Everything that touches the internet eventually turns into shit. When an AI first launches, the provider wants it to succeed, so they boost performance, all for one reason: money.
Hello, I like money.
They want that sweet, sweet money, honey. They keep boosting the model's performance until mouth-to-mouth reviews take over. The moment God talks about how great a model is, they can stop boosting it. Then the shitification starts. After release, companies tweak models to reduce harmful outputs that can make answers more cautious, shorter, and less creative. It's like talking to someone who doesn't want to be in a conversation. Wow, that's wild. At that point, you're not talking to a human, you're talking to a cassette player. To have the model come up with better replies, most companies also use user feedback, which means that users can rate the response of the AI. If a lot of users disagree with how the AI responds, the developers will adjust it. Now, in theory, that sounds like a good plan. But then you realize there are actually people that liked the movie one battle after another, and that people are actually fucking stupid. Me included. With the rising popularity of the model, companies need to make sure there is enough capacity for all the new users. They can do that with a couple of options. 1. Build more data centers. 2. Lower free tier usage. Or 3. Lower the computing costs of their flagship model. Now, would they actually do that? Would they dumb down their best model just to save a little bit of money? Yes. And they can do this without you noticing it by adjusting quantization. A model is made of billions of numbers called parameters. Each one learns during training. Bitrate is how precisely each one is written down. Imagine it as writing a recipe. 16-bit is like writing the grams of salt needed 4 points after the decimal. It's very precise. 8-bit is like using only one decimal behind the comma. It's a bit more rounded, but it still works fine. 4-bit is like using no decimals. It's rough, but it still works. And 2-bit is like using a little bit of salt. It's very rough, and at this point you're just guessing. More bits is more precise numbers. Means the model thinks more sharply. But rounding the numbers a little bit doesn't hurt. Going from 4 numbers after decimal to only 1 doesn't really hurt. That's why 8-bit in most cases is almost as good as 16-bit. The model barely notices. But once you round too much, the model starts making mistakes. A provider can launch at 16-bit, quietly move to 8 or even 4 once margins get squeezed. From the outside, it still looks like the same model. But from the inside, you might notice the model is getting worse with its reasoning. It's hallucinating slightly more and it's feeling less smart, but the user can't prove it. It's just a feeling. There is no audit mechanism. The strongest evidence we have for a model gets dumber is usually user reports, which are not always trustworthy. Since in today's world you can get cancelled by calling him a her or her a him, companies constantly update their system prompts. They tell it to decline certain topics and make it more restricted for safety reasons. Now, it doesn't actually make the model less smart. It only makes the model less capable, if that makes sense. But there's also the human error. Yes, that's you. Some people start using the same AI for everything. Just like us humans, every AI has its strengths and its weaknesses. Claude is great for coding, but it's shit for storytelling. Grok is great in storytelling, but it's shit in coding. ChatGPT is shit in everything. You can't use the same AI for everything. You just have to try them all to see which one you like the most. You little slut.